rumbling and shaking doesn't interfere with the video, but we are on the 80 headed west out of Utah into Wyoming. Got some little mountain passes that we got to deal with here. A lot better than the ones, okay, this is a lot better than the ones on the 70, so we came back up to the 80. Try not to overheat this truck. We're at 77,000 pounds, so we will take it nice and easy up over these. A couple of these guys just flew by. They must be lighter than dirt. Probably could be going a little faster, but we didn't get a good start because we got stuck behind this guy who's going pretty slow. That's really okay though. I'll tell you what, my next truck is going to be an 18 speed. I hate running these hills in this automatic, man. I really don't run the mountains very much anyway, but when you do, it's just freaking terrible. Now this moving van up here is trying to pass this other guy and slowing down the processes of life. If you guys are coming out here and doing this, don't be in a rush out west, man. These mountains they can be really hard on equipment. It's real easy to overheat. It's real easy for something to go wrong. Just take it easy. Try to keep the RPMs lower. There's really no need to rush up these. If you can get, see, the problem is you have to get a good start at them and keep your momentum up, or you're just going to be doing like what we're doing here. And this is a very windy, curvy, up and down road coming out of Salt Lake, so it's kind of hard to get that speed up because you can't be doing 75 miles an hour around these corners either. So just put on the four ways and enjoy the sights. We're going to hit a little bit of snow up at the top of this. We actually stayed up here last night at a really nice rest stop up in these hills. I had reserved a spot at a Pilot, but I stopped there. It was gorgeous, and it was only 45 minutes from my drop this morning, so canceled my reservation. They were actually nice enough to refund me, even though it was after the time. And yeah, now we're heading right back up there. It's gorgeous here, but these automatic trucks just really don't. I don't know if I think it's just the way they're geared. They always want to keep you in the sweet spot, like fuel economy wise, which is, not a bad thing either, especially right now with fuel out here is ridiculous. $5.75 a gallon. Kind of ridiculous. Seems like the further west you go, the worse it gets, so try to save a little bit of that. Once we get through these, and this isn't real long, get down into Wyoming, gets a little bit better, and then once you're about a third of the way across Wyoming, it really flattens out, although it looks like it's going to be a windy day in Wyoming, which is exactly why I actually purposely looked for a heavy load this time. That wind and light loads just aren't a good combo. See now, if we can get just a little bit of momentum. The worst part is this isn't even like the steep climb. The steep climbs are coming. It sucks, but this here will be one of them. Flashers back on. Really watch the engine temperature too. When you're going up these hills, you want to keep the RPMs as low as you can and still make it up the thing, but at least I do. I'm not trying to work my truck to death. I don't need anything to break. Although I'd really like to get around this guy, but I'm going 35 miles an hour. I'm not going to pass someone doing that. Now hiring. Company drivers, owner ops, long miles, great pay. I doubt that. There is no great pay out here right now. Oh man, this guy's going so slow. And I can't get over to pass him right now because it's just, I could maybe go 3 miles an hour faster than him, so there's really no need. They have this wide enough to where when you're going this slow, you're really not in the way. Even other trucks that can go faster have another extra lane to get around there. There's a sign, see Colville, that's where this rest stop is. I thought I was going to be able to make it. So this load's going to Superior, Colorado, which isn't too far away from home. I thought I'd be able to make it home today, but because of this here, I won't. This slows me down way too much. So I'm probably, honestly, only going to drive about 4 hours today. Maybe stop at Little America or something. I don't know. We'll see. Next downhill, we're going to try to get in front of this guy. I could be going a little faster without a whole lot of issues, so this is just ridiculous here. You gotta get some momentum. This is rough. Gorgeous country though. A little 6% grade coming up. Good. Let the truck cool down, get around this guy. I knew when I booked this load I'd regret it. It's really not worth it to go west, man. Not this far west anyway. To get a good rate out of Salt Lake was kind of like pulling teeth too. There were loads less than $1 a mile and 44,000 pounds. How ridiculous! When diesel's almost $6 a gallon. How stupid is that? All right. Let's get this. Let's get this show on the road. Take it nice and easy going down this too. Got to really, uh-oh, our lane's ended. You really got to try to use your engine brakes on these. You can destroy your service brakes by riding them down these hills. Yesterday you could just smell someone's brakes burning. So you kind of just hit that engine brake and it does a good job of keeping you at a steady speed. You know, you'll still have to use your service brakes some, but rotate between your service brakes and your trailer brakes. Give the brakes that you just use the chance to cool down a little bit. This really isn't that bad. It's kind of more of a gradual slope than a straight down. If we take the 70 and you go down into Boulder, Golden, what I think it's Golden, but down into Denver, that is steep. That's where that guy lost control of his truck and killed those people. Hear that engine brake working. When we get into Wyoming, I have no doubt that we'll have to stop at they have ports of entry in Wyoming. They're not just way stations. Actually, the one that on 25, when you come in up by Cheyenne, they didn't even have a scale. You just got to go in and show your paperwork and do all that. But for me, it's been every single time I went into Wyoming, I've had to stop, go in, show my paperwork, which isn't a big deal, but it's like, I don't know if that's like a way for that state to try to make some money or what the deal is, but alright, we're going to try to get around this dude right now. I'm not in as big a hurry as these guys, but I am in a bigger hurry than this guy. That's one thing when you're out here and you're doing it, especially in these mountains and stuff. Drive the speed you feel comfortable and safe at. Let people blow right by you. If people are behind you, they can wait. It's not a race. You have to be comfortable. You have to respect these trucks. Going, 80,000 pounds going 75 miles an hour. It's a big responsibility, and you better be ready for anything that can happen. And a lot of the times, normal drivers in cars and stuff, they don't pay any attention to you or what you're doing, so. But we got around the person we wanted to, so back over we go. I did choose to come this way because the pass through the mountains here is a whole lot better than climbing up the Rockies, literally, on 70 and then having to go back down. I think this added 24 miles to my trip, so I don't care about 24 miles. It'll probably be quicker in the end because we'd be going 30 miles an hour the whole western side of the mountains on 70 anyway, so. At least once we're through this little pass over here, we get into some flats in Wyoming. And then it's the wind you got to deal with, so just pick your poison, I guess. But I'll leave you guys on for the ride through the mountains, and we'll talk to you later.